Hey guys, welcome back. Bags here, and today we are playing F1 Manager 2022. I've been waiting a long time for this game to come out, and it's finally here. So let's start a new career.
Mercedes returned to F1 in 2010.
Alright, so choose your
2014, they've won the
team.
Constructors' Championships back-to-back every year. In 2021, they took home the Constructors' Championship once more. Although
I think I'm going to... Alright, so they have the ratings, which it's 5 stars basically. Target, season objective 3rd, long-term objective, constructor champion, board budget, starting balance high.
the Red Bull team burst onto the F1 scene in 2005.
Little lower than Mercedes. Season objective 1 or 1st, constructor champion for long-term objective, starting balance high. Ferrari, 4 stars, season objective 1st, long-term construction champion, and starting balance high. Alright, so now we're going to get into the midfield, where the starting budget should be lower. Yep. McLaren, about 3.5 star, season objective 5th, long-term objective constructor champion, starting balance medium. Alpine is a 3-star, season objective 4th, long-term constructor champion, starting balance high. Alright, so that one's a little out of the ordinary.
AlphaTauri have been a name.
AlphaTauri, 2.5 stars, 6th for season objective, long-term is podium contender. Alright, so now we're getting to realistic objectives. Starting balance medium.
20.
Aston Martin 2.5, season objective 8th, long-term points contender. Starting balance high. Alright. Williams 2.5, 9th for season objective, long-term points contender. Starting balance low. Alpha 2.25 star, I want to say. 5th for season objective, long-term podium contender. Starting balance low. And Haas, barely over 2-star. 6th for season objective, long-term objective, podium contender, and starting balance low. Do I want to do the Williams, do their rich history, or do I want to start with Haas, the American team? Oh, and you can look at their team performance. Car performance 7th out of 10. Driver performance 10 out of 10. Staff performance 5th out of 10. Headquarter quality 10th out. Alright, so that might change the... You know what? I'm gonna do Williams. Alright, so you can see the drivers, the reserve drivers. So you have Latifi in car 1, Albon in car 2. Jack Aiken is the reserve. Tech chief, Francois Xavier de Mason. Head of Aero, David Weeder. Race engineer. Alright, so we're good there. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go with the Williams.
Williams is a legendary name in it.
Alright. And as always, we'll do a gallon. First team guidance. Sure. Alright, so let's start. Alright, here we are.
Nice to meet you. I'm Audrey Mensa, one of the team's senior engineers. Welcome to the team. It's great to have you on board.
Thanks, Audrey.
We came under new management recently here at Williams, so you're joining us at a very exciting time. I'm sure you'll settle right into the team. Let's get you shown around.
Alright,
As
sounds
our
good.
new team principal, you're responsible for a lot of aspects of the team. Everything from managing our team's growth, overseeing our finances, and deciding on race day strategies will be in your hands.
Sounds good to
You
me.
can keep an eye on most things from your dashboard here. I can take you through it now.
Alright, let's go.
First up, an overview of the board. They're the ones who set the expectations for the team. If they're confident in your leadership, you'll be fine. If they lose confidence in you, however, they might look to replace you. The board
that's
sets
understandable.
season objectives for the team to achieve. Reaching them will help keep confidence high, so be sure to familiarise yourself with what's expected. You'll want to keep an eye on the long-term objective for beyond this season as well.
Yeah, of course.
Okay then, let's look ahead to the race weekend. We need to start preparing for the next Grand Prix, which will be the first of the season.
And we're heading to
As it's your
Bahrain.
first day, then,
Let's
there's
go.
nothing urgent for you to address. Feel free to explore more, or you can select continue and sign off for the day. Once you do, time will pass. But don't worry about missing anything. You'll automatically sign back in if an important event comes up.
Alright, so let's take a look at the dashboard. So on the left side, we got the board confidence, which is medium, season objective, and the long term. Alright, then we got the standings. We can go between the teams and the drivers. Up here we can look at our drivers, Latifi and Albon, and I'm gonna go back and look at everything more in depth. We have the race weekend prep. We have the sponsorship obligations, which is driver media appearance. We have aero testing period starts. Then in 2 days we have sponsorship obligation and more memorabilia room event. Then in 5 days we have preseason testing, and then in 1 week we have the race weekend. So season starts, sponsorship obligation, which is race hospitality. Alright, so let's go back to the board.
Don't forget to check in with the board often. You can monitor board confidence levels, your available budget, and your progress towards a greater team rating from here.
Alright. So we got the board confidence. Alright, so medium, race performance satisfied, objectives satisfied, finances satisfied, season objective 9th or above, points contender, score points in 50% of the season's races. Wow. That's gonna be a tall task. And target season would be 2024. Alright, so that we should be able to do that. Here's the budget. We got a $50 million budget. Initial payment is $6 million with a monthly payment of $4 million. Alright. Team rating, which we're 2.25 stars. Rating band 467. Constructors results 403 out of 750. They make up 3/4 of your team's rating. This is based on the team's final constructor championship position in the last 4 seasons. Oh, okay. That makes sense now. Driver results. They make up 1/4 of your team rating. This is based on the highest final position in the driver's championship that your team's drivers earned in the last 4 seasons, with more recent seasons providing a larger weight to scale. And heritage. It offers a boost to their team's rating score. This bonus is based on the percentage of Formula 1 seasons that the team has entered and the percentage of drivers' championships they've won. So, we've won 7 championships and 45 seasons entered. Alright. Profile, browse stats, and achievements from your time as team principal so far. Alright, so basically career stats for me. And then you have the rules and regulation, summary of the tech regs and affect the season and their effects on all team. Alright. And the engine gets 2 odds, performance suffers. Alright, so not gonna go through all this, but just goes to show how in depth this really is. Alright. And then you have the financial regs. So we got $141,200,000. And here's the prize share. So we'd get 35 million for finishing last. Hopefully we can get up to about 7th. We can get another 7.5 million, hopefully. And then here's the sporting regulations. Basically, pole position bonus point. We don't have fastest lap point. We have double points for last race, which we don't. Alright, so it looks like all this stuff could be changing too. And you have the testing limits. So if you finish last, you have 92 hours of wind tunnel testing, opposed to 56. That's insane. Gearbox limit, ERS limit, and engine limit. Alright, so we can get out of here.
From here, you can see all the team's facilities, from the staff buildings to the car park development centres. You can build new facilities or, if the team has the time and money, upgrade our existing ones. Facilities affect all areas of our team's performance.
Sounds good. Building. Team facilities impact every area of your team, from the quality of your car to the rate your drivers improve. Building a new facility takes time and money, and all facilities have a monthly upkeep cost you need to budget for. Upgrading. Existing facilities can be upgraded to improve their effectiveness. Upgrading facilities will also increase their monthly upkeep cost. Facility upgrades are expensive and take a long time to complete, of course. Refurbishing. Over time, facilities will degrade and their effectiveness will reduce. Refurbishing a facility will restore its effectiveness to maximum. Upgrading a facility will also restore it back to full condition, but with the additional upgrade cost. Okay.
Over time, facilities will degrade and become less effective, so keep an eye on their condition. When this happens, we'll need to look at refurbishing or even upgrading that facility to get back to maximum efficiency.
Okay. Alright, so you have car development facilities, you have staff facilities, and operations facilities. So car development facilities, upgrades built 7 out of 30, monthly upkeep 1.152 million. And facilities summary. Total upgrades built 19 out of 75 with a total monthly upkeep of 1.48 million. So let's see what we can do. Factory monthly upkeep is basically $500,000. The effects: project capacity, car part manufacturer, and developmental speed is +6. Alright. Design center, the hub of the car part research and design. Monthly upkeep 209,000. Wind tunnel, so 84,000. Tells you all the effects. CFD simulator, 100,000 monthly upkeep. Suspension simulator, 84,000, and 125,000 for a car part test center. All right, so you can actually see the usage. So we still have 84 hours worth of tunnel. Alright. So I don't think we want to do anything just yet. Yeah, 8 million, and it'll be done in 63 days. $10 million in 48 days. You know what? Let's do that one. Yeah. Let's do that. So staff facilities, team hub provides a space for staff to take a break and study their craft. 63,000 upkeep. Scouting department. We might want to do scouting. Space for your scouts to carry out their work, securing the greatest talent they can for your team. Race simulator and advanced race simulator that allow drivers to sharpen their skills when not on the circuit. 42,000. You know what? 1.9 for 15 days. That ain't bad. We'll do it. And I also want to do the scouting. Yeah, let's do that. Operations facility, boardroom, impress visitors and potential hires with state-of-the-art hospitality suites. That might be something we look into. Weather center, develop the accuracy of your meteorological technology to better predict rainfall levels on race weekends. An accurate forecast makes race day strategy planning much more difficult. Helipad, not built. Provides a luxury helicopter landing space to offer first-class experience for your most important guests. You know, we probably need it if we're gonna get the hire sponsors and stuff. Inspire your staff with a display of team's trophies. And tour center, show off your facilities and boost your income by offering fans a backstage glimpse at your team's inner workings. Alright, so did some upgrades there.
It's not just the fastest car that makes a team the best in F1. It's the people doing the hard work behind the scenes.
Absolutely it
Manage
is.
your staff from here, from department heads to your pit crew, and keep up to date on their performance.
Alright. So here's our tech chief. 53 years old. Morale is okay. Remaining years on the contract is 3. Overall rating is 74. Head of Aero, 44 years old. Morale okay. 3 years, 71 overall rating. Race engineer, okay, 4 years, and he's Albon's race engineer with an overall rating at 77. And here's the Latifi's race engineer, 3 years on this contract with an overall 77. So the engineering team, current team size is 6. And it's your engineering team are the designers, builders, and analytical researchers behind all car development projects. The more engineers you assign to the project, the faster it'll be completed. Alright. So, we can't go any bigger than 6. Alright, because the design centers has a max capacity of 6. Alright, so that makes sense. So we can assign engineers for when we have our projects going. And once again, yeah, we don't need to do that. Scouting team, just have a team size of 2. Let's see who are active. Oh, alright, so it's not... I thought it was for drivers, but it's actually for the higher ups. Alright. So let's see if we can find some head of engineering. Aero, I mean. So he's with Aero. You know what? Can I? There you go. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any of them. So he's a free agent. Alright, so we should be looking at free agents. Ours is a 71. He has no... Yeah, let's do 30-day detailed on him. Like a deer. And that's it for that. And you know what? Let's do tech chiefs. I think we can find somebody a little better than the 74 that we have. Look at this. Let's upgrade. Alright, so in 30 days we'll come back and see what the scouts have for us. And here's the pit crew. The pit crew determines the speed and quality of all pit stop related tasks during a race. Good pit crew can save you valuable seconds while pitting. Performance ratings increased by training throughout each season, and training focus guide with ratings will improve. Alright, so you can do the training focus balanced, or you can switch it to front rear jacks, tire changes, wing adjustments, car release. Alright, front and rear jacks improves the speed of jacking the car up during the pit stop and reduces the likelihood of jack mistakes. Jack delays have a moderate likelihood of occurring, but cause a short delay during pit stops. Strong training and using jacks will lead to lead reduction in all pit stop times. Tire changes improves the speed of replacing tires during pit stop and reduces the likelihood of tire fitting mistakes. Tire change mistakes have a low likelihood of occurring, but cause a long delay during pit stops. Strong training and tire change techniques will lead to moderate reduction in all pit stop times and a reduction in time taken to adjust the car's toe out, tire camber, and anti-roll distribution setup during practice sessions. So that one could help. Wing, and then the car release, reduce the chance of releasing the car too early or incorrectly during. For right now, I'm going to do balanced. And then maintenance cost is $50,000. Total monthly salary of your pit crew. As your pit crew directly influence race performance, this cost is also deducted from the cost cap. Which makes sense. Scout key staff. So we already did that. Let's go look at the drivers.
This is where you find relevant information on the team's drivers and reserve driving, including their performance ratings and contract details. You can also scout for new drivers to make sure we have the best driver pairing we can.
Okay, so we can do that on this page. I might want to get a different reserve driver and maybe even look for a replacement for Latifi because he has 10 months left on his contract. So let's see who we can scout. let's do that. So you got Giovinazzi, John Williams, Enzo Fittipaldi. Oh, and it tells you where they are. Alright. So if Lance Stroll is that high, that's interesting. Do I try to go with Piastri to scout him? Ah, alright, so we have free agents in this as well. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna scout. Oh, alright, I don't have any. Alright, so yeah, the scouts were for staff and drivers, okay. So in 30 days we'll do that.
Favorite places. This is where the car builds happen, and where we develop and store our car parts.
Alright.
Throughout the season, you'll want to make sure the team are working on upgrading.
Oh, of course you'd want them to keep upgrading.
And that both cars are being kept in good repair. You can also use car analysis to compare our car builds to other teams.
Alright. So you can manage the build of car 1 and car 2, do the car analysis and car part development, as well as seeing your warehouse. So you have all the aero parts with how many parts for each powertrain for car 1 and car 2. Alright. So car 1, we're just going to go through this real quick. You can see all the performance and the values. So alright, so we're good on the low speed and medium speed. High speed we're not. Oh, this is for suggested car performance for Bahrain. Alright. DRS, we're 388 kilometers per hour. This is just insane. Alright, let's look at this. Alright, so research is locked until 18th of April, which is a month or so away. You can see car part knowledge and all that. Alright. Car analysis. We can see the average, or the grid average. So we are 1 kilometer an hour slower. Our acceleration is faster. Cornering, they're better. Medium speed, they're better. High speed, they're obviously better. Top speed, once again, just about kilometer per hour. Acceleration, they're slower. Dirty air corner and low speed, they're better. Medium speed, they're better. High speed, they're better. Alright, so basically, they're better than us.
To start a project now, you'll need to commit money and engineering time. You'll be able to improve our car builds beyond their current performance.
Alright, I don't think I'm going to do this yet. I want to see how the car is first.
There are 3 different types of projects the engineering team can work on. We can design a new car part for use this season, manufacture copies of existing designs, or undertake research and develop our expertise for next season.
Alright. So we can create a brand new car part for the season, manage copies of an existing car part, or we can research, which I think we're going to wait and hold off until we can research. So, well, that's awesome.
This is where you carry out your final preparations for the next race. We'll come back here later.
Alright. So you have the circuit info, performance targets, you can review them. Every race weekend, your sponsors will give you performance targets, cast and shines to motivate your team to succeed. You can also guarantee your sponsors' results to boost that reward higher, which I'm not going to do because I don't think it makes any sense to do it now. Incentives are goals set by your sponsors to motivate your team for performance at their best, or to perform at their best. There's no penalty for failing, but there are a cash reward for success. Guarantees, you can also guarantee results with your sponsor for a reward, but with a cash penalty if you fail to meet. Yeah. So there's our overview. Here's all the car parts fitted. Alright, so here's the schedule for... Oh, they actually tell you. Chance of rain and all that. And the tires, the tire compound C3, C2, and C1. Historic safety car chance 100%. Pit lane time loss 25 seconds. So that's good to know. Abrasiveness is high. Alright. 29 seconds at. Oh yeah. Amelia Romano. Alright. Oh, Miami, they have nothing on. Alright. Alright, so yeah, that's basically it. Sandboard, they should. Alright. Calendar.
This is your calendar for the month. Pay attention to the events that have been marked. The race weekends have already been added for you. More events will get added as the season progresses.
Alright. So that's just your basic calendar. Tells you fact, facility construction complete. Present testing results. Alright. Aerodynamic testing period. Sponsorship obligations. Alright. And here's our inbox. Welcome to Team Mike. This is your inbox. It's good to get into the habit of checking your inbox regularly, as you'll often receive important emails from different sources. Great having you on the board. Thank you, Aubrey. I'm going to mark that as red. And we're back to the dashboard. Alright, so let's go look at the standings again.
Here you can delve deeper
And here's our
into team
finances
and see our balance, as well as understanding information on income and rewards, and the enforced spending caps we have to abide by.
Alright, so season balance. Current balance is 8.92, and we started at 10.42. So we obviously spent some money on the upgrades. Projected final balance is 126 million. Projected income is 187, and the projected outcome is 66 million. Alright, so we make some money. We already did 235. Wow, never mind. Alright, so for the facilities, we're $15 million in the hole. In car development, 2.5, almost 2 3/4 million. Sponsorship payment is 16.4. Engines, $20 million. Board payments are at 14 million. Prize money, just under 10 million. All right. And that's how they get to the projections. All right. I believe we are ready to go. Alright, so we're going to have our sponsorship application right now.
It's no longer your first day. We'll have you on top of things in no time. You'll continue moving 3 days this way until it's time for the race, which you can see in the upcoming events list. It's good to get in the habit of regularly checking that list.
Alright.
Let's take a look at what needs doing today. You have an alert in the top corner. There's an important email awaiting a response, so you should check your inbox when you're ready.
Alright. Let's check the email. So that is a welcoming email. Good morning, Mike. Allow me to introduce you to our talented car development team. Tech Chief Francois Xavier Mason, Head of Aero David Weeder. They will lend their expertise to new car part design projects to help us build a competitive car this season. Sincerely, Audrey. Sponsorship obligations. Good morning, Mike. I just realized that you joined the team a little too late to negotiate our sponsorship obligations for the season. Sponsorship is a big source of income for all F1 teams, obviously. But that funding is a two-way relationship. When negotiating sponsorship deals to start the season, we need to offer certain obligations on our side, like creating merchandise that feature our sponsors or hosting sponsored events in our facility throughout the season. They can be a little inconvenient for the team, but they secure the funding that keeps us competitive. You can check the calendar to see when our obligations will be happening. I'll put a link below to the sponsorship or sponsor obligations that we're committed to for the season. You'll be able to negotiate them yourself next season. Alright. And today.
Looks like you've received a budget approval request. Most of the team's budget is decided by the board at the start of the season, plus whatever we get from last season's prize money, and any extra sponsorship revenue we earn.
Alright, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Good morning, Mike. We've had an idea for a season kickoff party to bring everyone together to celebrate the team. We'll need a budget approval if we want to go ahead with it. What do you think? Yours sincerely, Maria. You know what? $10,000 to improve driver and staff morale. Let's do it.
I reckon that's a good decision. It should keep the team in high spirits anyway.
We need him in high spirits at the start of the season.
Now that's dealt with, we can focus on our first Grand Prix of the season.
Let's go.
The race weekend is still a few days away, so move forward when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's get this going.
We're getting very close to race day now. Just continue to do anything that's needed. In the future, you'll also want to decide on these actions yourself to ensure our team are continuously developing and improving.
Alright. And we got our helipad just in time for the season. Nice. After a long construction period, I'm happy to inform you that the new helipad is now complete and fully operational. I have sent a full report on the facility and its benefits as an attachment to this email. As team principal, you should be the first to see this new asset, so please do visit if you're able. On behalf of the entire team, thank you again for investing in the facilities that make our job so much easier. Best wishes, Claire. Thank you, Claire Hart, facilities manager. Alright, so sponsorship target payouts include went to plus 1%. Team attractiveness went to plus 10. Wow. So you got a $12,000 monthly upkeep. Alright. So let's go visit this helipad. Alright. So we can even upgrade in 7 days. But I think we're good for right now. I don't think we need to upgrade. So let's continue on and see what else they got for us. Because here comes the season. I'm excited. Our first race weekend.
Final work to do before we can set off. Check
As
your
team principal.
inbox for the race prep report on this weekend's circuit.
Alright, let's check that out. From David Weeder. Good morning, Mike. With Bahrain testing behind us, we now know where our car stands versus the other teams. I have attached a report below detailing our car's performance. We should use this information to guide our car part design strategy throughout the season and minimize any performance weaknesses. Regards, David. So top speed, we're 19th, obviously. Acceleration, we're 19th. Quartering, we're in the lowest speed, we're 19th. Medium speed, 17th. High speed, 17th. DRS, top speed, 19th. Acceleration, 19th. Dirty air cornering, we're in the lowest speed is 19th. Medium speed, 17th. High speed, 17th. Brake cooling and engine cooling, 19th. That ain't good. Alright, so here's James with the race prep.
Okay, you have all the information you should need. Let's head to race preparation to see if there's any remaining tasks for us to complete.
Alright. Good morning, Mike. The Bahrain Grand Prix is almost here, so I wanted to make sure that the team is prepared before we leave. As always, please make sure that you've completed the below before heading to the race. We can check the circuit info to help plan your strategy, check our sponsored performance targets, and potentially guarantee them results for a high reward, which we need to do. Check that our car builds are using our best car designs. Yours sincerely, James. Alright. So let's go to race prep.